describe your dream vacation? Honestly, if you asked me probably a year ago, I would have said like Italy or Australia. But I was thinking about it, and I think definitely my dream vacation would be to go back to St. John. St. John is one of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and it's beautiful. It has perfect clear waters that you can see for miles without any land. Maybe a couple islands, but it's not the same. At times, people feel like the world is out to get us, but during my first trip to St. John, I was captivated by the place. I formed a connection that I haven't felt with any other place. Travel actually allows people to observe and appreciate the beauty of the world around them in its most tranquil state, enabling us to witness the beauty of nature, culture, and simplicity of the world in a single moment. The nature plays a really big part in the island. If you're like walking, you'll probably see tons and tons of lizards just everywhere. And you'll see donkeys just wandering the streets. I remember on the way home in the car from dinner, seeing donkeys along the road just as often as we saw people. The natives of this island really treat the animals well, and I have to say it's really nice seeing animals not just in the zoo and not just in yards. These donkeys like really coexist with people, and it just kind of makes you see the world different. St. John has tons of incredible views like the beach, the animals, and the sea creatures. Witnessing the way the world fits together perfectly put in perspective. It makes you appreciate life a little more, between fish weaving between your legs, free-range donkeys, to lizards running around the house. The culture in St. John is really like energizing, but it's also really different from everything that you would expect, because since it's an island, there's a lot of fish and seafood involved in their cuisine. I remember going to a restaurant, probably either the first or second day we were there, and I was looking at the menu, and there was something called conch fritters. And I don't know what a fritter is, but keep in mind that conch are those little snails that are in those giant shells that in myths you see mythical creatures using it as like a French horn. It's that. And there's a lot of stuff that you would have never thought to eat on menus in St. John. But despite the food, the place has a lot of culture. Think of like New Orleans mixed with Hawaii. There's dancing in the street. There's really loud music. There's colorful outfits, and everybody is just happy. If you look at all the architecture, it's really colorful or really simple because of the heat, and you don't know when a hurricane could be coming. But the colorfulness comes from just the extra vibrance of the rest of the island. People like all the colors that go together. And the colors of the houses, in this picture right here, you see that the building is blue and yellow. And it's just tradition. Like from back in the day, those people would try to make their house as vibrant as possible to keep all the energy and make it their own almost. Like it's unique to the island. I remember we almost missed our ferry back to the original island, St. Thomas, which is the only island that has an airport. And we got a chance to go souvenir shopping because we had to wait for another boat. And I just remember everything was handmade and tie-dye, so many colors. Everything was really brightly colored. And this culture has definitely made me like It's made me appreciate everything that I know, like, about the world. I really appreciate knowing the different types of people, but this culture has almost given me a peace inside, but it's also like given me some energy. The next thing I want to talk about is really the main thing that I love about the island, and it's just the simplicity of it all. There's nothing, like, and it's really calming. If you wake up in the morning, all you're gonna hear is birds chirping, the water crashing against the rocks, and the sunset or the sunrise. And it's just beautiful. You don't have to do anything, and you're just relaxed. Even the smell of the air is refreshing. And honestly, that probably doesn't make sense, but once you go there, it's a whole nother feeling. And that's what's like magnetic about it. You just want to keep going back because of the relaxation you feel there. St. John has given me so much appreciation for the world, and now that I've grown up, I think it'll hit me harder than it did back then. Think back to your trip. Give yourself a chance to see the world one day with fresh eyes. Make sure you end up in your dream place. Thank you for listening.